I hated it. Anyway, I didn't tell you. Okay.
Oh no. This is really good because I go into the bathroom and Clay's like, "We want Jackie gone. We want Jackie gone." I'm like, "Thank God." And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "She's just like she said that she's gonna target. She's target. She told Becky that she's going after me and Shelly or you and Austin." And then I'm like, "Well, she probably me and my sister too." And he's like, "Oh yeah."
Have fun with that, Jackie. You in what army?
You in what army? I know. Literally, you in what army?
Oh, dude, she's gonna be trying so hard in the HOH. We gotta fucking make her lose. You know what? If it's fucking questions, I'm gonna be screaming at her during the questions and distracting her. There's no rule against that. I'm gonna ask the DR, can I do that? If there's questions and she's up and can I distract her with words? I'm not gonna obviously touch anyone, but can I call her out? Because that's what Evil Dick did season 8.
He did.
During competitions, he would be like, but he would say mean shit. He's like, "You're a fucking loser. Like, fuck you, fuck that." He would get in people's faces and just cuss them out, call them mean names, and try to distract them and make them fall and do stuff. And then he would like go around the house with pots and pans in people's face and then call out. I mean, he would just go on these rampages.
How did he win though?
Because America loved it, and they were helping him out with, like, America's Player was helping him out because they loved him. Because CBS would play this music.
But wouldn't they put him on the block?
I don't remember, but no, he was in the Right Alliance. He was in the Right Alliance. They kept winning. But it was like crazy, and every time he would do this, like they would play on Big Brother on like TV, they would play this rock song every time he went on his rant. He was like, "Damn it, here goes Evil Dick," and then it was funny. 'Cause the rest of the house was
so funny.
The rest of the house was like kind of lame floaters.
Lame, yeah, boring.
So like he was interesting. Yeah. I even got behind him, and I didn't like that, but I got behind him.
That's so funny. So like when he would be on his like he would be scampering or like up to his antics, they'd do.
I forget what it goes. It's funny. It's good. Because he would go nuts.
That's hilarious.
So if that's allowed, I'll fucking do that. Oh my God, I want to distract her on something.
So that's so good that they're going after her too.
Good.
Like, thank you, honey. You're next.
You're absolutely next. And you know what?
She's just so dumb. Like, you were so stupid. You chose the complete wrong side.
Yeah.
You're not even trying. You're still hanging on for dear life to them. Why?
Meg and James by Thursday would be so freaked out. They'll make deals with people they shouldn't make. And will probably not win HOH. But Jackie is the one that will be gunning for it. And she's like an ice princess. Like, you can't get through her. You can't talk to her. You can't reason with her. She is evil in this game, at least. I mean, maybe she's not like this in real life, but...
let me tell you,
in this game,
I saw it come out today. She was up.
Oh, yeah? I can't believe you saw that.
I told you all about it.
No, I know. I can't believe it finally happened.
Yes.
It's crazy.
The word that Vanessa uses, and it literally describes her perfectly, vindictive.
Yeah, it's a great word.
She is so vindictive.
She's a vindictive personality. Yeah, and it's dumb. I mean, I just can't believe her. Like, this week she was like, "I won't put you up, and if I hear anything about you, I'll let you know, and hopefully you do the same."
No, it's done. Damn, that plane is flying close. It's huge.
It's done. But, I'm glad that Becky's telling us this shit, because now it's like when she tries to talk to me, because she's going to try to talk to me like tomorrow or something, I'm going to be like, boom, in her face. Like, this is the deal.
Wait, with who?
With Jackie. She's going to try to talk to me. I fucking lie. I'm like, sorry, no one comes between me and my twins, Jackie. So,
like, seriously, who does she have now? No one.
She has
her, Meg, and James.
Those three. And James is fucking scampering like crazy.
I know.
And Meg is going to scamper like crazy, too. Like, she wanted to talk to me today and let me know that she's not with Jason.
Oh, yeah, what did you talk to her about?
She wanted to let me know, like, first off, that she was, like, sorry that all...
Wait, so how did it go down? She was laying in the hammock?
Honestly, the conversation was so pointless. I'm trying to remember what she said.
I know.
I don't even remember it. Like, let me think.
Pointless. It's like, yeah, okay.
She's like,
all right.
She's like, I'm a social person and I'm a game player. I'm like, when are you a game player? What game player? Video games? Like, what? Computer games? Games on your iPad? Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, and I'm a game player and I'm here to play a game. And you know, Jason and I were friends. Like, and like, I'm sad that he's up and I'm being that girl and I'm emotional about it. But I want to let you know that that has nothing to do with how I feel about you, Austin. We can still talk and we can still be cool in here and hang out and be friends and I'm like, okay, what is the point of this conversation? Like, and I was like, well, you know, I don't hold anything he did against you, obviously, but like, straight up, he tried to humiliate me and he tried to embarrass me and send me out the door. So I'm not upset that he's up. I can understand why you're upset, but I'm not upset. Sorry. And she's like, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. And then I don't know what else she even said that was worth anything. I was just like, okay, Michael, we can. She's like, yeah, like as long as we can still be cool. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. We can fight. We can be cool. Doesn't mean I'm not voting you out right after Jackie. But
I know she's not.
Oh yeah, or Jackie get the veto.
Oh God. Okay, but was she on the hammock and then you like were like exercising and she wanted to talk to you?
Yeah, she has to talk. So I was like, okay, let's talk.
Yeah, she better because like.
You better start talking, honey.
You better start talking, yeah. It's just like, it's so funny because like she would have never talked to any of us. She had her bestie, her goblin twin.
Yeah.
And now when she's at the fan, she is acting.
They have such little numbers right
I know,
now.
It's they
almost
realize it. The game's gonna get boring because it's gonna be so easy for us.
Yeah, but then once we're gonna have to end up finding each other eventually.
I know.
But let's not worry about that now. But the thing is the interesting thing is like, I think, like if Meg were to win HOH, we could probably convince her because of the numbers that she has to put up her own people. Because otherwise you're fucked next week.
Or else you're fucked next week, yeah.
You have no chance. So, but I don't know, we'll get to that. I don't even want to worry about that for 3 days. Like I went through enough for the last 2 days where I had to fucking go so melodramatic with people to let people like feel sympathy for me. Oh my God.
I know.
I had to tell people things like so dramatically just so they could understand that I was being honest. Like I had to dig down deep with the conversations. It was crazy. It was like all happening at once too. It was like shit. Everything was adding up badly. I was like, oh no, this is all.
Like what?
Well, because it was like the 2 things last week and then the Judas thing, and it's like,
oh, I know.
It all sounds so bad, but it's also
I know.
innocent.
It's so innocent. It's like it was so stupid.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous. But now at least they all know I can talk about my wrestling stuff with them too, which is cool. So I can plug my actual Twitter, which is Judas Draven.
Oh my God, a Judas Draven.
Yeah.
But I thought the name was Judas Devlin.
I switched it to Draven after WWE because I can't use Devlin because that's copyright. That's copyright by WWE. Yeah. So I combined my old one.
Where did the Draven name come from again, though?
The movie.
Because your name is Madelson.
Well, when I was independently wrestling before WWE, I was Austin Draven, which is the Crow character from the movie The Crow. He was Eric Draven. And did I talk to you about that movie? I think I've talked to you about that movie.
No. You talked to me about every other movie, but I don't think that one.
Okay, well, do you know the story of the movie?
No.
Okay, well.
I forgot. I don't think I've seen it.
Well, I'll tell you because it's interesting.
Okay.
And you'll like it.
Okay.
So Bruce Lee, famous karate guy, his son.
Chinese guy.
Yes, his son Brandon Lee was the star in the movie The Crow. And Brandon Lee, he kind of, the movie he had his face painted, he has long hair, kind of like this, like that's the character I wanted to be with wrestling. I connected to that, like that was the image I wanted. But anyway, this is a great story. So Brandon Lee is filming the movie, and the movie's about this mythical thing about a crow can carry the souls of the dead back to the living to help them like avenge something or revenge something, or like if there's love involved, like you can come back from the dead. If love is powerful enough, it can bring you back by the crow flying, taking your soul and bringing you back to life. So what happens in the movie is Eric Draven is in love. They're going to get married, and these thugs come to his apartment and rape and kill his wife or his fiance, and then kill him and throw him out the window of the apartment, and he lands on the ground. He dies, and then she dies in the hospital. So, because they raped her and stuff, and it was brutal. And then the crow carries his soul back to the living, and he avenges by killing all the gang members. And then
how they die? Like the crow
each one he kills with like an Edgar Allan Poe quote and kills them. It's like awesome. But here's the thing. So they go back to finish the movie. This is real life. This is not the movie. they're going back to do the final scene again where he gets killed. Well, it's the first scene he gets killed, so they have to reshoot it. Now, when they show the guns shooting him in the movie, they actually use real shells in the guns to get the flash, right?
Right.
But when he does the scene, they use, obviously, blanks. However, there was a shell lodged in the gun, and they're finishing shooting the scene, and they shoot him and kill him for real life. So now the star of the movie just died on set, and they have footage of him being killed in his own death scene in the movie, which is about coming back from the dead to avenge love. It's very intense.
So that's how the guy died?
So he actually died.
How could they release the movie? How could they
Well,
do
they released
that?
the movie, but they burned that footage and they changed how he died. They have him like getting stabbed out of a window or something. But and then they had to digitally like use him the rest of the way for things. Back then that was hard to do. But it was big conspiracies, like, you know, this because his father was killed in conspiracy with mafia stuff. So there's a big conspiracy about it. And it's just really eerie and super sad.
That's so sad. Oh my God,
And he was amazing. He was so
imagine.
talented. He was 28 years old. Same kind of character as Heath Ledger when he played the Joker. And they were both 28 when they died, which is interesting. But like,
Heath Ledger was only 28.
yeah. And then,
He looked a lot older though.
right. I know.
Because of all the drugs and shit. and
But
drinking.
anyway, right before Brandon Lee died with this whole thing, he actually was talking about death in like an interview. And he read a quote from the book The Sheltering Sky by Paul Bowles, which is my favorite book of all time. And this quote is so powerful. I don't know, have I told you the quote? It's, okay, let's see if I can remember it. It's a long one. It's because we don't know, because it's about like life, like the idea that life is infinite, but it's not. Like we're all gonna die, but because we don't know when we're gonna die, it takes away from like the finiteness of life. Like everything only happens a limited number of times. How many more times will you watch the full moon rise? Maybe 20 or 30 times when you really pay attention
Before
to it.
you die. Oh
like
my
really
God.
how many more times will you remember a special memory from your childhood? A memory that's so a part of your being that you couldn't imagine your life without it? How many more times will you actually reflect on that? Maybe 6 or 7 more times. But yet,
Oh my God, that's so scary.
but yet it all seems limitless right now, right?
Right.
Because you don't think about those things.
Because you don't think about it, but
So he read
there's,
that
like,
quote.
It's really cool because there's like a set number of times you're gonna look at the moon like 8,000 more times before you die. But like, you know, it's like
When do you have that special moment where you look at it and go, okay, that's the moon right there, and we're here, like
in the Big Brother house on the
Right,
hammock,
on the hammock.
vibing.
Yeah. It's just like you don't appreciate these things until they're gone.
I know.
And then you realize you're gonna die and everyone's gonna die. But anyway, that was the quote that he had on his thing, and it's like so powerful. And that whole book was very powerful because The Sheltering Sky, if we add more layers to this, is about this author, Paul Bowles, who almost should have died from malaria, or I think it was malaria, some disease, it might not have been malaria, but he should have died in Africa for real life. And because he didn't die, he survived the disease, he felt that he owed it to the gods to write his death in this book. So the book is about him and his wife trying to understand each other and live life and explore Morocco, or they're in like Northern Africa and they're going on this like trip and they're not connecting anymore. And there's another man with the wife, but she doesn't like him. She wants to be with her husband. It's like all these interesting emotions, but they end up going off in the characters and he gets sick and then he actually is gonna die. And he has to write his death scene. And when he writes it, the final thing he says is that he reaches up, he pierces the fine fabric of the sheltering sky, and he takes repose, which it means rest, final rest. And then his character's dead, and then the wife has to go off and like adventure, and becomes like this like slave to this guy, this rich like caravan guy, and has to have sex with him. But she wants to.
Wait, say that.
Like, here's what happens. She loses herself. After he dies, she just totally abandons society. She abandons everything in her, and she wants to just give herself to something, and she just lets her be taken by this man. And it's like, it's weird, but it's like empowering. It's a bizarre, but it's intense and it's beautiful. Like the way the book is written.
What's it called? Oh, I thought it was a movie.
It was a movie too. But and nature, like, is the essence of life. Trees carry water. Water is the essence of life, just like your veins carry blood. You know, it's like, it's just a commitment to existence kind of thing.
I know, like, I wonder when humans realized that they needed water to survive.
Probably immediately when they're thirsty.
Yeah, but how do you, like, it's just
Right.
like, it's really interesting to figure
I think it's just
out.
natural instincts.
I think it's natural instinct too, just like
Yeah.
other natural instincts happen.
Why is the sky blue? Why am I me and not you? Like you could ask him a million questions. But I don't know. I like that. Anyway, it's a long story short. That's how I got my wrestling character idea.
Oh my God, that stemmed from that story? Damn.
Well, that's where we started with this. And then that's why I have like the crow.
Oh, from the crow,
That's
right.
why I have like a crow tattoo.
Oh my
there,
God, that's
too.
why you have that crow on you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Judas Draven.
The crow.
And that poor guy died. Ugh.
Yeah, man. That sucks. It was. Oh, that's so.
How could they get away? Like, that's like really bad. Like,
I don't know.
Why didn't they do a practice shot? Like, are you serious?
That is gonna be freaking analyzed forever. I'm never gonna. That's something I've always thought about.
Who, like, did anyone get charged or like was it a mistake?
I don't think so. I think it's all just considered a mistake. I think it was a setup. I think there's something bigger to it that we'll never know. But
how'd you find that out though? Because like obviously they changed the ending of the movie.
well, people talked about it. This is in the news. This is here. Steven Seagal of all people was going off saying this is a conspiracy. I want to know what the fuck happened.
What was the real actor's name? Because in the movie it was Eric Draven.
Oh, Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee.
Oh, Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's
son, and he died mysteriously too, kind of. So it's like, oh,
how'd he die?
He either was, I forget if he had like a heart attack out of nowhere or he was shot or something. Those are two big, different things. But
I know, God.
Shit, I forget. All I know is that it was like there's a lot of conspiracy about him because he brought the secrets of like karate and all martial arts over here to America, and like people had an issue with that in the East. So they're always talking about him being like hunted down and stuff for that. But it's crazy. So yeah. There's my story. I was sticking to it.
When did you get the Faded to Pretend? I love that song.
Yeah. Well, I got that. Well, what we did is we were going to do the tree on my side here and then put the crow in the tree and with the rose dripping blood. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to and this is before the Batman movie came out.
Please go to the diary.
There she goes. This is before the Batman movie came out.
Where's she going?
Diary room. She'd been waiting because she had her makeup on.
Oh, well, she's passed out.
Mm-hmm. Remember the Batman movie with Heath Ledger as a Joker? Again, another thing I super connected to because of how he died in the character. But before it came out, the poster said, "Why so serious?" So that was the big quote, right? Mm-hmm. In that blood writing. So I was like, and I didn't think, that was before that quote became big. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get that tattooed on me. However, by the time the movie came out, that was super cliche. And I'm like, I'm not tattooing "Why so serious" on me. But we already had.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, but we already had the lettering. I was like, hey, this is really cool lettering. It looks like blood. Can we create another term? And he's like, yeah. What do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I love this song by MGMT, and "Faded to Pretend" kind of sums up a lot of my philosophies.
Right, like.
I feel like everyone's kind of like.
Faded to
like the lyrics in the song are about
like
that.
Everyone's
pretending.
To,
like let's just get
the world pretends.
Yeah, get some more models and have some more coke and like everything will keep going.
Or like a lot of people, especially nowadays with social media, like pretend that they're someone that they're not.
Yeah.
Like they use pictures to think, oh, I'm so cool, I'm doing this, but deep down inside they're lonely and unhappy.
And then it's like even like the simple things though, like that I would, drive me nuts, like. Sitting in a movie theater and watching a screen and acting like this is real, it's like so programmed in society. It's like everyone's just pretending. We're pretending to be grocery clerks. We're pretending to be. Mm-hmm. We're always actors. Like Marlon Brando. Say his name right. Marlon Brando. Yeah, he said. I remember they used to say to him, like he was, a famous actor, mm-hmm. and he was really weird about interviews. Mm-hmm. And he went to interviews and like they asked him. Okay, you're like this amazing actor, The Godfather, you're winning awards. Mm-hmm. How are you so good? He's like, well, first off, there's nothing special about me. Everyone's an actor. You're an actor right now asking me this question. You're playing a part. Person at this market, they're an actor. Like, he just like,
that's so
we're all
true.
actors.
We're all actors.
Do you brush your hair in the morning? Yes, because you have an image to uphold. You're an actor. Like, mm-hmm. Why do you do anything? You do. And like, is it your ego? Like what drives people to even talk? Mm-hmm. It's like, we're trying to connect and be things that we're not because
Right.
everyone's afraid of the root of their being, so everyone's faded to pretend.
Ah.
That was my more, kind of more philosophical days before wrestling fried my brain, and I became just,
Why did they make, you never told me, but why did they make you cover it? Because it's a song lyric?
yeah. They just have to cover a little bit so it doesn't look like the full lyric. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But I don't know. I like that saying, and I'm learning too in here. People are pretend.
Yeah,
People are very pretend, and it's hard. And it's like, I don't know. Most of my tattoos have always been about like things I've had to come to terms about people. Like existent people emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's learning about life. I'm like, okay, this gives me a tattoo idea. This gives me this kind of idea.
That's the best kind, like getting inspired
by life and like changes that you go through. And like, okay, this part of my life, I figured out this. Now
That's why I feel like such a weirdo because I have I've never been inspired to get a tattoo.
Really? You are weird.
The only thing I've been
That's
inspired
fine.
to get a tattoo of is my sister. Like a J on me somewhere
should.
because I love her so much.
Yeah, why not?
But I was thinking like on the bottom of my foot because I don't ever want my tattoo to
God.
show.
Would your parents be mad?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, when I got my neck done,
Oh.
that was a commitment. When I did this, I came home with some of the huge neck tattoo. But I had already had my rest of my body was pretty tattooed. But like,
yeah, but the neck is like that's a game over.
that was a
you
game
can't hide
changer. I remember.
it.
Here's the thing: I was thinking about should I do the neck or not. And this guy from Florida, actually, I was working at the bar. It was like 2009. I'm about to get the neck done, and I'm getting nervous about it. Like maybe I won't do the neck. And this guy has a diamond tattoo right here that's really cool.
Ooh.
But he was like a musician from Florida. He was there with his band, and they came into the bar. I forget what his name was. He's cool. He's like, dude, don't be a pussy. Get the tattoo. He's like, fuck, you got to do it. And it's just the way he said it. I was like, all right, I'm doing it. And I'm glad I did because it's like one of my favorite tattoos.
Yeah.
And it like kind of like people are intense, like freak out by the claw. It scares people. It's like
The claw is scary. The claw is really cool.
yeah, it's grabbing my neck, coming out of a heart. So.
Does anyone in this house else know about Judas?
Only Shay and Clelly.
They know.
Yeah. That's it. But it's okay. They're cool. They liked it.
Yeah, I know, but
Well, they know because
like the thing is that what we have to start preparing for is like longer down the line, and that could always be like something used against you.
Well, here's the thing though. If it gets down to just our alliance, it's okay. Because then our alliance knows. But it's really not because it's like it's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. At this point, they all know. Everyone at this point knows.
I know it doesn't mean anything. You had it before this 2B game, but what they're sort of realizing too is that we are always gonna have each other's backs over them, and they're gonna try to bring someone along for insurance.
Sure.
You know?
That's true, but like right now, I owe them so much. They could think that's me. It's like obviously they know I would. I'm with you guys more than anyone, but yeah. But right now, the goal with them, and this is what they said to me, is like they really, and Shelly's really passionate about this. They want to be the first time all alliance sticks to fucking together and doesn't backstab each other, and that's our commitment to each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna stick together until Final Six and not backstab each other. And after what they did for me, I have to believe that because they really
They did. Yeah.
they saved me. This what we couldn't even be sitting here right now if it wasn't for them. And you, but like they had to do it too. It was perfect.
It's just like I don't even know how. It just still bothers me how I even got this far because it's like, why would Vanessa want to choose that other side? Like, I feel bad. Like, what the fuck were they saying to her that made her do that?
Well, they're good. Jason's fucking good. I told you that's why he has to fucking go home. And I'm so happy to send him home. He almost ruined my fucking time here. He just would have ruined. Oh my God, God, it's so ridiculous. I don't even think about it anymore. I'm pretending like it never happened. I got this week never happened. Only the good stuff happened. Here's what I remember. I remember you winning the BOB, jumping in my arms. Then I black out till Outback Steakhouse. And then black out till right now. And that's it.
Looking at the moon.
Looking at the moon. Enjoying the night.
And not having to
No stress.
be stressed to the T.
Right. I didn't tell you my story about the guy who, the guys who tried to rob the bar.
Oh my God, yeah, you never
Yeah.
told, they got held up. Yeah, tell me about that.
Okay, so I was in the back, working in the back alley, doing nothing, trying to just sit there. And this guy comes out, this little guy, he's coming a lot, but he just got out of jail. It's this little, like, bus boy from somewhere else and stuff. And he's like, hey, man, I just got out of jail. I'm going to get drunk tonight. And then a couple other guys roll back there that are clearly gang members. And I'm like, oh, fuck, how'd they get in? And now they're all talking back there. And the little guy's, like, egging them on to, like, let's fucking rob this place, man. Come on, let's do it. We're going to fucking rob the place. Hey, Austin, now I'm his friend. We're going to fucking rob
How
the
did they
place.
know
I'm like,
you?
Jesus. No, the little guy knew. He was talking to me back there.
Oh, and you didn't know anything? You didn't think anything
No,
of
I
it?
knew he was trouble, but I didn't think he was going to go this far because he's drunk, right? And I'm like, oh, shit. So I go inside, I go, hey, boss. And this is, my nerd boss. He's like, what do you want? And I'm like, Jesus, fuck. I'm like, will you sit down? Stop running around here. He's like, Steve. Like, he runs around that place like Steve, just like spinning. And his brain's always like, I got to go upstairs and settle the batch. I got to settle the batch. I'm like, what is the batch? It's like, oh, it's the computer. When we do the computer. I'm like, shut up. So he's in there freaking out about nothing. And I'm like, hey, I think this guy's going to rob the place. Let's call the cops. He's like, you mean the boys? I'm like, yeah, let's call the boys. Let's just get your boys over here. He's like, no, we don't want any trouble. Like, what do you mean no trouble? There's trouble. They're going to rob the place. I'm going to quit right now and walk out the door. I'm not dealing with this. He's like, no, Austin, you got to deal with it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So before we're done even arguing, they come inside. Now they're at the bar, and there's a customer there, and they're like grabbing his wallet. And they take the customer's wallet, and they're like, what are you going to do, man? We're going to kill you. And I'm like, oh, geez. So now they got this.
Damn, there's a lot of gangs out here.
They can be. So now they got his wallet, and now they're talking about holding up the bar. Everyone's freaking out, and they won't call the cops yet. And finally, Dylan's like, oh shit, my last name, whatever. He got fired a long time ago. So finally, he calls the fucking boys. Yeah, he finally calls the boys. So I'm like, great, you're calling the boys. The boys are on their way. So I go up to the guys and go, hey, guys. And they're like, what? Like, so I'm the one that had to go up to them when they're freaking robbing this guy. And I'm like, dude, relax about your wallet. Like, so I'm talking to them like, hey, go upstairs, hide. The cops are coming. So I'm like, thanks, man. Thanks for looking out. So I send them upstairs, and there's nothing upstairs except a seating area. And then it's the office, right? It's locked up. So they go upstairs, and they're hiding up there, and the cops just come and take them away. So they just listened to me and went upstairs instead of split. Like,
I know, why would they do that?
because they were drunk. And I was like, geez, okay, thanks. Do I get a bonus for saving this place? No. Can I have my steak fajita now? From Enrique? Enrique made the best steak.
Oh my God, that's insane. So why would they wouldn't run, like when you said the cops are coming?
No, they went upstairs and hid. I was like, what? So it was like, it could have been a lot worse. But I was proactive and talked to these guys. How to get in the trenches. So you always the thing is you don't fight. You talk to them.
You talk to people, yeah. It's so true.
But a couple of times, like, I went nuts in there, like, on people, like, yelling, and scared them out of there. And one time there's...
Yeah, because you're a 6'5", like, big guy. Obviously, people are going to get scared.
And one time there's a girl that I was seeing, like, was at the bar, and, like, she was with a bunch of friends, and one of the guys was trying to hit on her.
Oh, God.
And she was drunk. And he started trying to put his hands on her, and I walked by and saw that. And I grabbed his arm, like, ripped it off her. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Are you kidding me? You know she's with me, and you're trying to take advantage of her because when alcohol's involved, there's no more...
I know.
There's no more trust. There's no more morals. There's no more... Yeah, it's just like...
I know, alcohol really changes people. It's scary.
Yeah. It's scary. I mean, I've seen people, like, just cheating on people in front of people in the bar. And, like... it's just bad. I'm like, wow, I can't believe this is happening right now.
My sister got, like, really scary one time. Of course, during Mardi Gras, like, Mardi Gras brings out the worst in people, but, like, I've never seen this side of her come out. And, like, my dad was there, and he had to, like, tame her, and, like, she just got mad over the dumbest thing because she had to walk home by herself, like...
Oh, really?
But, like, she did it to herself because her phone died, and she was by herself. Like, she left us. And so she, like, went home and just got home and just started, like, wreaking havoc. And we're like, what are you doing? And then the freaking, we lived in an apartment, and then the neighbors were complaining. We got so many complaints because we're loud girls.
Yeah.
And like, the landlord had to come, and it was just, like, crazy.
And you guys...
Well, he called, and then he came, and then, yeah, we just got evicted.
You guys always party with your dad.
We weren't. I was sleeping peacefully, and then she comes home.
Sam, are you usually in bed early, or, like, back in those days, were you up late?
Now I'm in bed early because I have to work early in the morning.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Like 12:30. I need my beauty sleep.
Oh, how you do? Beauty sleep's important.
No.
I know, I gotta sleep a lot. If I ever have to wake up early, I hate it.
No.
Like after, like I was so conditioned to night times because of the bar, like wrestling was so hard to be up early.
Mm-hmm.
And in the ring, flipping around, it was so bad. Like wrestling should never happen before noon.
Oh my God.
On the human body, it just should not happen.
Yeah, but if you get it done early, then you can get to go to bed early.
Well, I used to like finish practice by 11, go home, or you go to the Greek restaurant and always eat like a whole bunch of like a Greek salad or something. Then we'd go home. I'd pass out till like 5, wake up, and then get ready for gymnastics, and then go to gymnastics, and then go to the gym after gymnastics, and then do it all again the next day.
It was a long day.
It was a long day. It was the best part was gymnastics. That was it.
Oh my God. Why don't you be a fucking gymnastics instructor?
I do teach people gymnastics, adults.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's so much fun. So much fun. So fun.
You could always be a gymnastics instructor.
Exactly. I know.
It's cool though, because like you have to make, like nowadays everyone is into like, I don't know how the best way to describe it, but just like, if you make something sound like, you know, like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is a new way to work out. Like people will jump on that bandwagon, you know?
I know.
You say,
Well,
like, this
that's
is a
the
great way
thing.
to work out.
That's
like
what I'm
people
trying
are
to
like
do.
super into fitness. You say, oh, this is a great way to work out, blah, blah.
That's what I'm trying to do with my website and stuff is like create these new kind of concepts. My class I teach is all like new ways of working out, kind of infused. But that's like what I want to do online with coaching. So hopefully people sign up at athletes.com for whatever.
Wait, what is it again?
Athletes.com.
Athletes.com?
Athilates, Pilates with an A. Well, Pilates with like an athlete doing Pilates, Athletes. Oh yeah, and then Mobility Flow, weightlifting, where you can get 2 inches on your butt in 3 weeks, guaranteed, or your money back.
What? 2 inches on your butt?
Yeah. Yeah, see, you're even tempted by that, right? That's usually what happens.
That's what a lot of girls want to hear because a lot of girls have flat booties.
Yeah, that's no good. I mean, it's not allowed in my world. Like I will help. I don't discriminate against you. I help you. I help you get it back.
Oh my God, Steve is juggling at the door. What a joke.
Jeez. I wonder if they're just hating that we're fine and can be just nice and happy in the house again. Last night, oh my God, when they thought I was going home, the way they started just attacking you in there.
I know.
And then trying to come at me too, and just like, what are you going to do when they both come in next week, Austin? Who are you going to sleep with?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, knowing that they think I'm going home and I'm not going to be here for that. Like,
who said that?
Jason and James. But like, James was like being.
That's what really pissed me off. Like, especially what James said, like about the whole like. Oh, are you into, what was the word that he said?
Incest?
Like, incest? Like,
yeah,
that's really
I think Jason
disgusting.
said it, actually. I think Jason actually said it.
You said James.
I know, but then someone else later on, I think Jason actually said that he said it later on. Like, he actually admitted to it later. I was like, oh, you said it too? They both said it.
That's such, ugh.
Oh, it pissed
That's
me off.
what I'm so scared of, like.
I almost wanted to fucking.
Okay, but like, there's
What?
something I want to talk to you about. It's
What?
like, after hearing that, like, I'm really scared about how, like, my image is going to be portrayed.
It's not going to be portrayed bad at all. Trust me. I've talked about this so specifically in the DR.
Bad with it's like, I have my twin coming in
know,
very soon, and I also, you know, have you too. So it's like really, I'm like in this really tough position because it's like, that's like 2 targets.
But you can't be scared.
Target times 2.
I know, but here's the thing. We could stop hanging out right now, and it doesn't matter. We're associated. Like, it's too far gone. And there's only a few of them. And like I told you, like, I'm, like, what's going to happen is going to happen. But, like, I'm willing to do whatever I can to protect you guys. Like, that's the plan.
I know, but that's what just almost happened, and I feel bad about it. I don't want that.
But I know,
sucks.
but that was a big miscommunication is what it was, you know, and that's the thing. And it's just like, honestly, I don't know. I'm not worried about that. I really don't think, I understand why you're concerned, and I'm glad you are, because that means that you fucking are like respectable and you're a good person.
Yeah.
But you are a good person, and like people are gonna know that because of look what they're doing. Those people were like, they're making fun of you, they're making fun of me, they're saying mean things. Like that stuff doesn't fly with the show. Like I've watched this show for 15 years and I know how it works and how things get edited. And this is why Rachel became so popular in her second season, is because the people were saying shitty things about her, and America hates that. And CBS hates that, and they portray her even better. And she became this big thing. And it's like, we were the underdogs. And we then turned it around this week, and this was a huge week. And I had a lot of really emotional conversations in the DR that only